What is up, guys? Master Draco here. We're doing another deck profile of my Mekk-Knights I took second place with yesterday at my locals. Went 3 rounds and only losing to Sky Striker in the last round. I made a misplay in game 1, which kind of obviously cost me. In game 2, I potted Desires because I opened up with 2 Cyber Dragon, 2 Called by the Grave, and a potted Desires. And when I banished 10, I didn't even look at my 2 I drew, and yeah, all my stuff that I sided in was pretty much sided out through the Pot of Desires. So we're banished anyway. So yeah, that's about it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get in my turn or my deck profile since the other 2 decks weren't really that competitive. So obviously 3 Mekk-Knight Blue Sky. I always max out on these only because of the fact that hey, it searches you stuff and pluses you more. So. On top of that, you got the 3 Purple Nightfall. Obviously a good card. Target a Mekk-Knight monster on your field, banish it, and then search out another Mekk-Knight monster. Most of the ones you want to go for is Moveman or Indigo Eclipse, which is a good card. You could target a Mekk-Knight, move it to another zone, and you go play the Yellow Star and Red Moon. One destroys spells and traps in the same column as it, and then this destroys monsters in the same column as it as well. So yeah, that's the only Mekk-Knights I play. I did take first in another tournament that was a slower tournament, so I don't really count that. But I may play with this deck a little bit more in the future here after probably make Ultra Guys. But anyway, neither here nor there. 2 Phantom Sky Blaster. I should have played 3. I didn't have a third at the time, which I got a third. But yeah, I should have played 3 to maximize on my going first type if someone had a going second Sky Striker, which the opponent I did play. So yeah, I should maximize on 3, honestly. So, one of the things I tried out was Scythe. Scythe was more or less dead. Should have stayed in the deck, but yeah, a few times I could have made Soyuja, but I didn't have it, of course. Yeah, this is more for the invoked build. That way I can discard it, fusion off for Mekaba, and then I'll call a Hunter right back and stop my opponent from playing. So, yeah. And then the Universal Hand Trap, this format, 3 Ash Balls and Majora's Spring. Not much to say about that. For the spells, I play 1 Super Poly. This is dead the whole entire time I put in this deck. I didn't face any Thunder Dragons. Of course, the one time I take it out, I'm probably going to face Thunder Dragons. So, I mean, I might just put it in the side. So, that's basically what the side's for. But yeah, never came handy. I sided out going game 2 and 3 if anything. So, 1 Pot of Desires. I picked up 2 more. That way I can actually have some more draw power. But for now, I just have the 1. Kind of lackluster, honestly. 2 Mind Control. Should be playing 3, but oh well. I only have 2. Definitely set in the zone. Make a Mekk-Knight. Boom, done. 3 Instant Fusions. I'm going to play 1 target, but I know this is probably the wrong ratio. Should have played 2, honestly. The only target you have is the Thousand Eyes. So that way you can either go first, make this in the column and set up, or if you're going... Yeah, that's if you're going first. If you're going second, you know, make a Thousand Eyes, suck up their monster, and then keep on going with your day. Link summon away. So, yeah, I think this was the wrong ratio, most definitely. And then 3 War Legacy Memory, just to get your combos started. You know, special summon a Mekk-Knight, most likely Purple Nightfall. That way you can target, tag out, and then search another card. That way you get 2 cards deep with 1 card. Only thing is, the downside is that you can only summon Mekk-Knights for the turn, so that's interesting. You don't really summon anything else. I did come up with the Phantom Sky Blaster though, so which kind of clogged. But 3 Called by the Grave to stop Ash Blossom, Ghost Bell, and Valor. Well, Valor was more prevalent on Saturday, so that was interesting to say the. Oh, not Saturday. Monday? No. Wednesday, that's what it was, sorry. Last Wednesday, so yeah. Yeah, Valor's more prevalent, so it was kind of interesting. Traps, 1 World's Legacy Secret. Honestly, I'm probably playing 2 now. After this deck list, because 2 negating monster effects is pretty good, especially if you have them in the same column as the extra monster zone, because, I mean, you don't really need to go in the Ash deck as much, only to search out with, like, a Morning Star and probably go for game with the Link 3 Mekk-Knight, so yeah, that's the only thing I would play as 2, because it acts like a skill drain, so searchable. The obligatory 3 Artifact Sanctums, just, you know, if you end up going first at it, because you don't really do much explosive turn 1 if you're going first. So I just stun your opponent, shotgun it at the standby, and then have a body on board. So that was pretty good. This is definitely for going second. Evenly matched, obviously. You know, I did go first with it once. Set it. Opponent did a few things. It was a Sky Striker. He go main phase 2. I was like, no, in the battle phase, flip it evenly. He goes, oh, okay. And banish his stuff, so yeah. And then 3 Call the Haunted, excuse me. Almost like Call by the Grave. But Call the Haunted, definitely one of my favorite trap cards of all time, I would say. Next up to like Sanctum and Evenly Matched. But one of my favorite, I always try to max out on these in any type of deck I play. That way I can just, you know, recur something back and have fun. But yeah, I can't wait till the what are they? The promotional cards that are coming out that have like the actual demon, Doom King and all that. Or not Doom King, Rive King Hades, Lesser Fiend, all that. Call of Haunted. Because I want to get the Ultra Call of Haunteds that have the actual tombstones, the crosses on them. So yeah, that's one thing I want to definitely get for sure. So those look hot. Anyway, side deck or extra deck fusions. I play these. Like I said, I didn't run into any Thunder Dragons whatsoever. So this was dead, and this was okay. Got Veilered a few times, and then this just, yeah. Mega Fleet, yeah, no, where's Mega Fleet, right? Don't have Mega Fleet. So, yeah, only thing that was kind of bad about it. Volcasaurus, Rookseeds, Volcasaurus, Sky Dragon, and Prime Photon Dragon. You can make this with 2. Nightfalls, you can make this hard, or use this to blow up something, make this, and then attempt to make this. This you can make with, obviously, the Cyber Dragon you see in the intro, the Mekk-Knight, Blue Sky, and the Scythes. Yeah, so that's pretty fun. And then just Sky Dragon, make this, and then just bump this up an extra 14, I think it is. Something like that, yeah. And then links, mostly just for the Phantom Sky Blaster. So, Link Spider, Proxy, Penza Stag. Penza Stag is actually real cool because if a monster is a link, it does piercing. So if it basically have, say this is your extra monster zone, and you have this down here, and you have these 2 here, along with this, you know, because this is pointing to this, whatever. You have the 2 Mekk-Knights here. They actually do piercing as well as this because it's linked. So it doesn't have to be co-linked, which is pretty fun. So it doesn't have to be like arrows pointing directly. So yeah, that's pretty fun. That came up once, but I accidentally misplayed and I couldn't do it. So it came up, but couldn't do it. Akashic Magician, only because of you can bounce out of the mid monster zone if needed. So that's a pretty cool application. And then we got 3 Morning Star. The main kind of link to you always want to go into, essentially, with the deck, because it's you can search out your War Legacy Memory, War Legacy Secret. If I'm going first, I haven't ended up opening like a Mekk-Knight with Blue Sky or Instant Fusion. You know, I can do the Morning Star discard, a dead Mekk-Knight in hand, and then set the trap or spell or something, and pass turn. So I can search out any War Legacy card. I'm pretty sure. Sorry. Yeah, I had 1 War Legacy card, so Monster Spell Trap. That's really cool. Definitely going to be good in the next format with War Legacy leaks coming out. And then Spectrum Supreme, that's what the name was, sorry. Spectrum Supreme, really good card. If it doesn't have a card in the same column as it, you can attack directly. I did win one of my Wednesday matches with this. He's just like, oh, you have something in the column. And no, it's not what it points to, it's just what's in the column. Like, oh, well, fuck. I fucked up. Yeah. And then it went to game 3, and I could have stalled out. I could have. But, I mean, timing around, it had 2 minutes left, and I was joking around. I'm like, oh, man, look at my extra. He's like, come on, dude, don't even do that shit. I'm like, what? What am I doing, you know? I tried stalling out, but, like, yeah, I knew he had it. I just gave him the handshake. I was like, even the judge was right behind him. He's like, you gotta hurry up. Like, seriously, you gotta hurry up. I'm like, I know, yeah. And, I was like, oh, look at an extra, you know, and I kept telling the judge, like, oh, no, I'm gonna stall out until I win, blah, blah, blah. I just handed the handshake, and we both shook. So, yeah, he won indefinitely, so. And then, obviously, as you see when I'm playing with the one Borlo Dragon, definitely a blowout. Always play this in each of my decks. My original OG Burst Ed, I kept since my Circuit Break box, my double Circuit Break box opening, which you check up on my channel here. And then the general side deck, excuse me, sorry. The general side deck that I ran for the tournament, 3 Cyber Dragon. I usually side this in if I know. Probably. I mean, I did misplay it a little bit, but with it, my opponent has to have a monster on the field. I kind of forgot about that. But if I won second, I can just go special, normal sound fan, a Sky Blaster, get 2 tokens, and then just go off my day with there. If I had Saryuja, I can just mix Saryuja and fix my hand. I played another tech card, Vision Hero Witch Raider. So you can tribute summon this. It's a 2700 body with a 19 defense. You can tribute summon this as well with monsters and traps. So since I had like the World Legacy Secret that might be dead, or the Call of Hanas that might be dead, or anything I cited in continuous trap wise, I can tribute it and destroy all cards my opponent, all back row my opponent controls. Excuse me. And I can blow out Paleo or Sky Striker, anything with back row related that need to get across. But and then the downside, I can only summon Vision Heroes that turn. But I mean that's neither here nor there, because I can just go everything beforehand, tribute it off, and go on my play. World Legacy Key. If I remember correctly, this negates trap effects in the same column. Also, the first effect is when this card is activated, target one of your banished Mekk-Knights and World Legacy cards added to your hand. Negate any trap effects in the same column as a Mekk-Knight. That's pretty cool. I cited him once or twice. Whisper. World Legacy Whisper. This one negates spell effects and target one level 5 or higher Mekk-Knight monster on the field. It gains 1,000 attack and defense until the end of the turn. And yeah, negates the spell effects in the same column as it. So that's pretty good. So you can kind of play around with Sky Striker. The one Twin Twister, it was okay. I sided in, but never really saw it. But it did. It was there when I needed it. So, Triple Shared Ride, obviously against Sky. This when I said about the Pot of Desires earlier, this is what I Pot of Desired out. I banished 10 cards. There were 3 of them with this. 2 Size. The 3rd one I sided out. 1 Sanctum. That means 2 of the Sanctums I had were dead. Oh my god! And then like other cards I didn't really care for because I had multiple. But yeah, Pot of Desire 3, all 3 of these will win. That fucking sucked. And then 1 Forbidden Apocrypha. This is only for, obviously, Thunder Dragon. Or any Fusion Sync or XYZ based. So, if my opponent controls 2 or more Fusion, say, Thunder Dragon, just flip this up and they have to send them to the grave. So yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, that's the deck, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it's probably a bit longer than usual or a bit shorter. I'm sorry, but trying to get the deck profiles out. What I've been playing. I'm thinking about, like I said, probably gonna be moving to Ultra Geist here. I've been slowly selling some of my stuff. This is another deck I might be selling, but like the archetype is so, or the lore, excuse me, the archetype lore is so weird how everything's panning out right now, with everything going on with all the new releases and just a bunch of archetype specific stuff with like World Legacy and possibly Mekk-Knight being thrown in there. It's just one of those things where I might just put this in my binder and kind of forget about it, like I do Ritual Beast, and then bring it back out when I need to. But yeah, with everything there, hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.